say that battle changes you. It makes you stronger. More ferocious. A monster in the night. Watching. Learning. Hunting. Each time I enter the pit, I emerge reborn. Put the devil on the other side, and I will show up. Evolved. Adapted. And prepared. To fight.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. They just dropped the Injustice 2 trailer, so this is just a quick breakdown of what the hell is going on. It looks like everyone just got beefed up for Justice League Fight Night. If you've never played it, Injustice is kind of DC's version of a Mortal Kombat fight game with a lot of mixed RPG elements. So you got story mode, you got battle mode, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you haven't played the newer Mortal Kombat game, like the most recent Mortal Kombat game, it's actually pretty fun. It has a pretty good story mode. But as part of this big Injustice game, DC actually did a tie-in comic book series. It's just called Injustice Gods Among Us. It's this really dystopian take on the characters, so everybody is way more hardcore, everybody hates each other. It's like Darkest Timeline Justice League. If you remember Earth 2 from The Flash Season 2 this year, it's kind of like that. It's almost like Earth 3 from the comics where everybody is a supervillain. So all the stuff that's happening in the game is not canon to the comics, it's not happening on the TV shows, it's like its own self-contained universe. And they haven't announced anything, but because they did a big comic book tie-in with the first run of the game, they'll probably write a new story that ties in with Injustice 2. So it actually looks pretty badass. The biggest new element here though is the playable Supergirl character. She wasn't a playable character in the first game, but if you haven't played it yet, it's pretty much on every console you could possibly imagine. They've only announced Injustice 2 on PS4 and Xbox One, but it's a pretty safe bet that it'll hit all consoles eventually. Sometimes there's a console exclusive window where it's only going to be on Xbox and PS4 for like a week before it gets released on PC, so it's not going to drop till next year, so there's plenty of time to figure that stuff out. But this Bryan Cranston, Lex Luthor, Heisenberg voiceover is just meant to let you know that they're upping the stakes, it's just getting way crazier, more playable characters, and there'll probably be some other crazy tie-ins too. Usually when they release sequel games, instead of just adding playable characters, they try to change the game in a meta way that makes it feel like it's not just adding story onto the first version of the game. What I'm expecting is that there'll be more playable characters than there were when the first game was released. If you buy the game right away, the other characters will probably be DLC, or if you get a season pass, you'll get them for free. But if you wait, you get the Ultimate Edition, and you get everything all at the same time. So because the first game has been out for so long, you don't have to wait, you can get all the characters right now. But let me know in the comments, what did you guys think about the first game? I know I didn't do any gameplay or any videos for that first game, but if you guys want, I'll totally try and do some videos for this whenever it drops. It's gonna be so long before it gets here that we're really only gonna be getting more trailers for the rest of the year. Some of you have asked, I do have a video game channel that's separate from this. It's just called Charlie Streams. There's a link in the description for that. There's a link for my Twitch channel, which is also just called Emergency Awesome. But here's the really cool thing. What I'm actually expecting them to do is try and do some movie tie-in content, like some DLC, some skins. They did that for Stephen Amell's Arrow character whenever Arrow dropped. So they do special tie-in content for the TV shows. They will definitely do it for the movies. If you didn't follow the story of the first Injustice game and then like the tie-in comics, basically what happens is the Joker does something crazy, kills Lois Lane, turns Superman against humanity. The Justice League battles to take him down. It turns into this big conflict. It's kind of like the Flash storyline, Flashpoint, where the Justice League winds up fighting themselves. It's really dystopian. They're only able to stop evil Superman by traveling the multiverse till they find another version that will help them out, like a good version of Superman. So I'm curious to see what the story is for the second game that ups the stakes so much. But just to be clear, this is not canon to what's going on in the comics right now with Rebirth. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the movies or the TV shows. This is a self-contained story, just like Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. It just kind of exists off by itself. I am going to go ahead and start a new round of the DC giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. It's just a $20 Amazon gift card. I'll be talking about Flash Rebirth and Green Arrow Rebirth story stuff that's happening tomorrow. So if you guys haven't read it, be sure to check out the new Flash Rebirth comic. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for my Game of Thrones hype Q&A, get hype, and you can click here to learn all about Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, Justice Society, and Vixen coming on the show. She's going to be a series regular. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.